Hey y'all, welcome back. So, what cruises can you take a birth certificate on, and why would you maybe not want to? So, generally, all the cruises that leave out of one port of the US and come back to that same port, so out of Galveston comes back to Galveston, those are going to be where you can just take a birth certificate. You don't have to have a passport. The last cruise I went on, because they're doing facial recognition with passports now, it is so much easier to get off the ship faster if you do not have a birth certificate. The birth certificate line, because I did have people in my group that had birth certificates, took so long. It might not have actually been that long, but the line was long. So, the perks of bringing a passport: you don't have to take a photo when you're getting on the ship now. They just use your passport picture. You don't have to go talk to a border agent when you are coming back. You do if you have a birth certificate. But back to if you want to use a birth certificate, which I did for probably 15, 16 cruises. I was just like, why? And so then I got a passport. And I do like my passport, and I'm probably always going to continue to have a passport. But it is a big time investment, sometimes money investment, depending on, everything. And then some people just can't get them. If you have a dad on the birth certificate or a parent, I should say, that's not in the child's life, you have to jump through some legal hoops to get it. And for some people at certain ages, it's just not worth it. If you have a 16-year-old or a 17-year-old and you just want to go on one cruise till they turn 18, they can just get their passport when they turn 18 and not have to deal with finding the other parent or going through the court or anything like that. So I understand. I 100% understand. There is extenuating circumstances for everything. So, that being said, round trip, Galveston to Galveston, Port Canaveral to Port Canaveral, Miami to Miami, except for Virgin voyages, no birth certificates. I don't know why. They said it's something to do with where the ship is registered, but I don't 100% know that. So I do know Virgin voyages, you have to have a passport. So Carnival, Royal, Norwegian, none of those require passports. Now, the longer the cruises, the more I am an advocate for a passport. But again, I did a 10-day with no passport. I did a birth certificate. The first long cruise I did was this year on a 14-day, and I booked it with no passport. I booked it with a birth certificate just because I wanted to go. And it's more of a hope you don't need it kind of thing, because there are considerably more hoops to jump through if you're gone and you don't have a birth certificate. Something happens at home, you need to fly home, you kind of need a passport. They can get you around that requirement, but it's not fast, it's not easy. It'd just be easier if you had a passport, so then you could just go to the airport and fly home for whatever emergency is calling you away from the ship. So if you have any more questions about passports or birth certificates, I'm going to make a whole nother video once I look all the information up again, because I did get a passport about a year and a half ago now, but that was long enough that I don't remember exactly what I had to do. So I am going to make another video about the process on how to get a passport. Just let me re-look everything up and make sure I am telling y'all the correct information. So until next time, bye y'all.